Satish Reddy, let me come to you on that point. Your father and the founder of Dr. Reddy's labs eventually lost the battle against cancer, and he really was the person who went so far in trying to bring affordable medication to a vast majority of people. When you're looking at the battle against cancer and the spread of cancer that we're seeing right now, what do you think are the reasons for it? Is it just that people are living longer so they're not dying of other diseases? Is it because detection is better? Or are there actually so many carcinogens around us that the number of cancer cases has gone up?
No, I think, Vikram, it's a mix of all these factors. So, like you said, it's like people are living longer. That is one particular reason. But there are also in the kind of environment that people are living in today compared to what happened in the past. So, in your program, I've been watching that, you're talking about carcinogens, you're talking about pesticides, for example, in Punjab that you just mentioned, and then a host of reasons. But I mean, in my father's case, right? So he also, succumbed to cancer in a very cruel twist of fate, if I may say that. For somebody who's been working so hard in this field of medicine, trying to provide affordable medicines, he finally succumbed to cancer. And in his case, he had a good lifestyle. He was a very disciplined lifestyle. And then ultimately in the diagnosis, what the doctor clearly said was it was a genetic mutation, and he can't really ascribe the reason on why that happened because it's not there in our family. It's not a hereditary one. So it's a variety of reasons, multiplicity of reasons.
Satish Reddy, you said a twist of fate. That's interesting because recently research has come out that like almost more than half of cancer is just bad luck. A major research paper that's affecting the way it's being treated and looked at, bad luck is about 2/3 of cancer causes. Is that really true, or is it that we can't explain it yet, and that as science progresses, that bad luck will become explainable and can be cured?
Right, you're referring to the John Hopkins report, Vikram,
yes,
which came out very recently.
Yes.
Where it clearly said, 2/3 of the cancers are, it's like they're ascribing it to bad luck. But I guess it's true, because it is a very detailed study that was done, on a large sample, and that's what it really said. But in a way, I think the research that is happening in this space, especially in the United States, with billions of dollars being pumped into the research, not now, but over the years, I think the advancements will make these things pretty clear. I think even when it comes to, even the advancements that are being made in this genomic area at this point of time, and the kind of insights that it provides, will definitely lead to much more advancements, which probably will make things easier in the future, if not.
I just wanted to ask you bad luck, one more question on that. Is it like I got run over by a car that was bad luck, but actually I was standing in the middle of a highway, so I'm going to get run over? Is that bad luck? But you're tempting fate by your environmental issues. So if you're standing in a highway, you're going to get run over. So if you're smoking or you're basically overweight and you're not exercising, you are asking for a bit of bad luck as well, right?
Oh, absolutely. Certainly is. Especially, it's like the whole lifestyle issues, in terms of your diet, exercise, all these things play a significant part. So I think especially when it comes to cancer, this whole issue of early detection, early diagnosis, while all these things are there, crucial. From a preventive point of view, what exactly a person does with his life, with his or her life, I think is the most crucial aspect there.
Right.
Yes.
Satish Reddy, one last question to you. We were talking to Mr. Hamid about this also earlier in the day. The real issue, one of the big problems, of course, in a country like India is just the cost of cancer. Treating cancer is so high, most people can't afford it, or then families are pushed into poverty. What point do you think treatment of cancer could become a bit more affordable? Do you think the price of drugs will start coming down at some point?
So just to give a perspective, very briefly, Vikram, on this, in terms of the cancer products available in India, made by Indian pharmaceutical companies, they're the lowest in the world. At the time of launch, just to give an example, a product called rituximab, which was the world's first biosimilar which Dr. Reddy's made, it used to be available at the innovator's price of almost 2 lakhs a cycle. And when we came in, after almost 6 years of research, manufacturing, building capability, we brought it at 40,000 rupees. And like you said, that also is out of reach for most of the people. At 40,000 rupees a cycle, that's something which is going to be a problem. But then over a period of time, as more and more competition started coming in, the prices started lowering even further. But even at 30 to 25,000 rupees, it is still out of reach for so many people. I think the issue that we have to ask ourselves is, in terms of interventions, in terms of funding, in terms of the whole system of insurance, for example, what role does the government play to facilitate that? Because even in your previous feature that you just showed just before this, in terms of out-of-pocket expenses, it's completely that. There's no other support for any of the families, and they completely have to fund it themselves, buy all the medicines. And at the level at which these medicines are at this point of time, it is going to become difficult for the family. So I think other factors also have to start coming into play if you have to deal with this. But as far as pharmaceutical industries is concerned, I think they are doing great work in this. And if you actually see most of the prices of the cancer medicines, they're actually coming down over a period of time.